Hey there team, welcome to your 60-minute flow. We are going to focus today on strength throughout our practice. I'll see you on the mat. So today we're going to start in child's pose balasana. Set your knees wide out to the edges of your mat. Sit your hips back onto your heels. Extend your arms long out in front of you and settle your forehead down to the mat. And continue to breathe here. Deep inhales through your nose. Open mouth exhales out through your mouth. On your next inhale, seal your lips. Breathe in through your nose and energetically breathe out through your nose. As you breathe out through your nose, start to hug the whisper muscles at the back of your throat. And this is cultivating your ujjayi breath. And what this does is help heat our bodies from the inside out. How can you cultivate strength through your breath right here? On your next inhale, come up to tabletop. So stack your shoulders over your wrists, your hips over your knees. And come to neutral tabletop. Inhale, cow pose. Drop your belly, lift your gaze, and curve through your spine. Exhale, cat pose. Round through your back, dome your upper back toward the ceiling, and gaze back towards your thighs. Let's flow that. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat pose. One more. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat pose. Come back to neutral tabletop. Tuck your toes. Come to downward facing dog. Lift your hips up toward the sky. Gaze back towards your toes and pause. You can walk your dog out. Start to stretch through the backs of your legs. Can stretch through your toes, really exaggerate the bend through your toes. And as you're ready, meet me in stillness, downward facing dog. Bring your heels toward your mat, press through your palms to help lengthen your spine up and pike your hips up to the ceiling. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, come to ragdoll pose. Tiptoe your feet to the back of your hands. Bring your feet to either hip distance or even a little wider today. And just drape your torso over your thighs. Bring a generous bend into your knees to help you stretch and lengthen a little further. Option here to fold your arms at your elbow crooks or interlace your fingers behind your neck and let the weight of your hands draw your head closer to the floor. Continue to breathe. Release your hands back down to the mat and bring your ankles and toes back into touch. Big toes come to touch, but there can be a small sliver of space in between your heels. Inhale, slowly start to roll up to a standing position. Equal standing pose, samasthitihi. Hands come to heart center. Freedom to close your eyes here as we set an intention for class. I offer up the intention of building strength today. How can you use each and every pose in this next 60 minutes to cultivate your strength from within? Breathe that in. Open mouth exhale, share it with your space. Blink your eyes open. Bring your hands down to your sides. Inhale, mountain pose. Reach your arms up to the ceiling and breathe. Press your feet into your mat. Lift your kneecaps to engage your thighs and extend your fingertips up to the ceiling or sky. Rotate your pinkies in to help broaden through your shoulders. An option to open your arms a little bit wider if that's better on your shoulders. Keep a soft gaze forward. Inhale. Exhale, baby back bend. Cactus or goalpost your arms and bring a slight bend into your upper back. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Hands come through heart center. Fold at your waist. Come down. Inhale, high halfway lift. Hands can come to shins or thighs and breathe. Press your hands into your legs and your legs back into your hands to help lengthen and straighten, almost iron out your spine. Press the crown of your head forward. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Bring your hands down to the mat or even behind your ankles for a deeper stretch. Inhale, halfway lift once more. Exhale, high plank. Step your feet back and pause. Squeeze your inner thighs together, knit your ribs in. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, come to low plank. Bend your elbows to 90 degrees. Inhale, upward facing dog. Flip your toes, press up, shine your chest forward. Inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Flip your toes back, lift your hips up to the sky. Friends, that is our Sun A. We'll flow that twice. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, come to meet your feet behind your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, mountain pose, reach up. Exhale, baby back bend. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Come on down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga, straight through this time, high to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Lift your knees away from the mat. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's flow again. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, bring your feet to meet your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, mountain pose, root to rise up. Exhale, baby back bend. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high to low plank, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more inhale. And exhale it all out. Moving on. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, bring your feet to meet your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose, utkatasana. Sit your booty back like you're sitting in an imaginary chair. Take a quick glance down, ensure you can see your toes, and send your tailbone down and back. Reach your arms up to the ceiling. Option to bring hands to heart center if it's a little too much on your shoulders. Otherwise, keep your arms lifted. Hold for 2 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high to low plank, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more inhale. Exhale out. Inhale your right leg high, down dog kick. Now pause here. Dial your right toes down to the mat. Flex through your ankle. Hug your belly in, breathe in. Exhale, low lunge. Step your foot through between your hands. Inhale, warrior 2. Spin open, spin your back heel down. Extend your arms in opposite directions. And breathe. Stack your shoulders over your hips and your knee over your front ankle.
press through the knife edge of your back foot to help light up your entire back leg. Inhale. Exhale, extended side angle. Tilt forward and tick-tock your arms. Your back arm reaches to the sky, front arm down to the mat. Option to rest your elbow on your thigh or press your forearm into your leg back into your arm. And that'll help you rotate your chest further open to the side. Inhale, reverse warrior. Lift up and back. Option to take a half bind with your hand. You want to think about reaching up and back. Continue to breathe. Inhale. Exhale, high to low plank. You can cartwheel your arms down, chaturanga dandasana. Option for one-legged chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale it back, downward facing dog. Inhale your left leg high and pause. Rotate your pinky toe down. Hug your belly in. Lift your ankle a little bit higher. Engage through your glute muscles. Inhale. Exhale, low lunge. Step through. Inhale, warrior two. Spin your back heel down. Cartwheel your arms open and pause. Stack your knee over your front ankle, stack your shoulders over your hips, and extend in opposite directions like beams of light shooting from your fingertips. Stretch your arms in opposition. Inhale. Exhale, extended side angle, tilt forward, tick-tock your arms, back arm reaches to the sky, front arm either on your thigh or inside your leg. Press your arm into your leg if you choose that option and your leg back into your arm. Set your gaze wherever's comfortable. Sometimes I like to look up at the sky. Other times that's not great on my neck. You can just look straight ahead or down to the mat, whatever is comfortable. Inhale, reverse warrior, tilt up, reach up and back and breathe. Really commit to that front lunge and option for a bind. Continue to breathe. Inhale. Exhale, chaturanga dandasana, high to low plank. Option for one-legged chaturanga, ekapada. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe in. Let's put all of that together, sun bee flow. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, walk your feet to meet your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose, vrkasana. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high to low plank, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, down dog kick, reach your right leg high. Exhale, low lunge, step through. Inhale, warrior two, spin open. Exhale, extended side angle. Reach up and down. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, high to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's take it to the left. Inhale, down dog kick, lift your left leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, warrior two, spin open, open your hips. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, high to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's flow once more. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose, vrkasana. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift.
Exhale, high to low plank, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale your right leg high. Exhale, low lunge, step through. Inhale, warrior two, spin, open. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, high to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Last side, inhale your left leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, high to low plank, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe in, breathe out. One more deep breath in through your nose. Open mouth, exhale. Inhale, gaze forward, come to your knees, have a seat. Okay, moving on. We are moving on to core. So meet me on your back for Supta Baddha Konasana sit-ups, reclined bound angle sit-ups. Feet come together, lay back onto your back. Supta Baddha Konasana sit-ups. Hands come behind your head. You lift up and down, up and down. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Keep going. Keep your elbows wide. Try to tuck your tailbone down to the mat. That'll help you activate your lower abs. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Give me 8, 7, last 6. You're doing great. In 5, last 4, bicycle twists in 3, in 2, and 1. Bicycle twists. Bring your knees into center and reverse tabletop your legs. So knees come over your hips. Reintroduce your hands behind your head. Here we go. Twist right, center, left, center. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Keep twisting. Left, right, and left. Bring your elbow to your knee rather than your knee into your elbow. Twist. Let the twist come from your midsection. And see if you can lift both shoulders as you lift. And twist. Final 4. Stretch in 3. Last 2. And 1. Long body stretch. Stretch arms and legs in opposite directions. Allow your lower back to lift away from the mat. Gather your knees into your chest. And rock and roll up. Meet me in boat pose Navasana. So we'll begin with our feet planted, or rather our heels planted on the mat. Hands come behind your thighs. And begin to simply lean back until you feel the shake through your abdominal muscles. Once you get there, freedom to bring your hands to heart center. And if you want more, you can lift one leg, possibly both legs. Continue to hold. If your body is shaking, that is transformation active in your body. Hold on to it for 8, 7, 6, 5, last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Long body stretch, lay back, reach feet and arms in opposite directions. Continue to breathe. Gather your knees into your chest once more. You can roll from side to side, help sort of iron out your sacrum and release through your lower back. Bring your hands behind your thighs. Roll up 3 times. And meet me in downward facing dog as you're ready. So you can simply move through tabletop, tuck your toes, and send your hips high once more. Let's check in with our bodies. Send your hips nice and high. Draw your heels toward your mat and press actively through your palms to lengthen through your spine. Let's move on. Inhale your right leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, crescent lunge, Anjaneyasana. Reach your arms up to the sky and breathe. Press through your back heel to activate through your entire back leg. Stack your knee, your front knee, over your ankle and lift your arms up to the ceiling. Draw your tailbone down. Inhale. Exhale, revolve crescent. Hands come through heart center and bring your left elbow to the outside or inside of your right knee and pause. Option, if you want to focus more on the twist, you can lower your back leg. Otherwise, keep your back leg active. Press your front elbow, or rather your left elbow, into your front knee and your knee back into your elbow, and that will actually help you rotate your chest open a little bit further. Inhale. Exhale, runner's lunge. Bring your palms on the instep of your right foot, and you can toe heel that front foot out a bit and either keep your leg popped up or draw your knee down to the mat, runner's lunge. Option to stay lifted here or bring your forearms down to the mat. I'll give you a few breaths to settle in where you need to go. You can rest your forehead on stacked fists. Send your breath to your front hip. If you lowered down, rise up now. Tuck your back toe, pop your knee up. Inhale, vasisthasana. Send your right leg back, open up to the side. Couple of options with your feet. You can stack your feet, you can stagger your heels. Option to even bring your foot onto your thigh or lift away. Where are you today? Cultivate the strength in your body. Breathe in and exhale. One more breath in. And come to high to low plank, chaturanga dandasana. Option to keep your leg lifted, ekapada chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's move on to the other side. Inhale your left leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, crescent lunge, Anjaneyasana. Reach up to the sky and breathe. Stack your front knee over your ankle. Press through your back leg and your back heel to really light up all of those back leg muscles. Rotate your pinkies in and stand proud in your crescent. Tuck your tailbone down. Inhale. Exhale, revolve crescent. Hands come through heart center. Twist to the right. Your right elbow comes to the outside or inside of your left knee and pause. If you drop to one knee on the other side, please do so here. We aim for balance, even though our bodies are not built symmetrically. And press your palms together to help open your chest and rotate further. Lift your belly away from your thigh. Inhale. Exhale, runner's lunge. Hands come inside your front foot. You can toe heel your left foot out and even up and away a little bit to keep your joint in your knee nice and safe and supported. And then option to either keep your leg lifted or drop it down to the mat. Aim for, again, balance on this side. So if you came down to your forearms, maybe drop your forehead on the other side, do so here. And I'll give you the space to go where you need to go here as well. If you lowered, lift back up now to your palms. Tuck your back toe. Inhale, high plank. Inhale, vasisthasana on the right. Plant your right palm, lift your left arm to the ceiling, and same as on the other side, option to stack your heels, stagger your feet, bring your top leg to a bent 90-degree angle, or lift away. Hold and breathe. If you're shaking, you are transforming. Practice patience, cultivate strength. Inhale. Exhale, chaturanga, option one-legged. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful work. Breathe in. Exhale it out. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, come to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose, utkatasana. Exhale, prayer twist to the right. Hands come through heart center. Twist your torso to the right. And similar to what we did in revolved crescent, bring your elbow to the outside of your right knee or the inside and press away to rotate your chest up. Aim to keep your heart above your hips and quickly glance down just to ensure that your knees are in line. If they are not, hug your left hip back to help square off your hips. Breathe in. Exhale, forward fold. From here, padahastasana. Separate your feet to hip distance or mat distance and tuck your palms beneath your feet, gorilla pose. You can give your palms a little massage here, but the aim of this pose is to lengthen through our entire back line. So bend generously through your knees. Let your torso drape over your thighs. Breathe in to lengthen. And exhale, pull in. Bend through your elbows. Use your biceps to help pull your body towards your thighs. Take deep breaths. Breathing in to lengthen. Exhale to stretch further. Release your palms. Bring your toes back into center to touch. Inhale, chair pose. Reach your arms up to the ceiling. Sit back into your imaginary chair. Hands come to heart center. Breathe in. Exhale, prayer twist to the left. Right elbow comes to the inside or outside of your thigh. Press your palms together to help open through your chest. Aim to keep your hips lower than your heart. Continue to breathe. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, come on down and just have a seat. I'm going to demo our arm balance for today. We're heading into crow pose, bakasana. If crow is already in your practice, feel free to just head there now. Otherwise, take a peek at how this is going to set itself up. Plant your palms, separate your knees out to the edges of your mat, and lift your rear up to the ceiling. Bend your elbows at 90 degrees, think chaturanga arms, and bring your knees onto your triceps. Now, as you shift forward and begin to weight bear, your toes may begin to lift away. Fine if they don't, you can play around with it. So try it on, see how it goes. And once you've had enough, meet me in child's pose. Child's pose is where we meet. Knees out to the edges of your mat, forehead down to the mat, arms long in front of you. Reclaim your ujjayi breath. Inhales through your nose. And create an oceanic sound through your nose and along the back of your throat. Inhale, come to tabletop. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, walk your feet to meet your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose, vrkasana, not here long. Exhale, eagle on the right. Bring your right leg up and over your left. Bring your right arm under and around your left arm. Option for a double wrap with your arms. If that's not quite there today, you can give yourself a bear hug and grab both shoulders. Option also with your legs to use your toes as a kickstand or go for the double wrap here. Pretend you've got a wall right behind you. Set your back against it. So a nice straight back. Your shoulders are over your hips. And find one non-moving point in front of you to focus on. That'll help you balance. Breathe in. Exhale, release. Come back into chair pose. Inhale. Exhale, eagle on the left. Left arm comes under and around. Left leg comes up and over your right. And breathe. It's poses and times like this where we really need to cultivate our strength. Practice your patience. What may be uncomfortable is so good for us. So sometimes those things that maybe we're not looking forward to are the things that actually give us the most strength. Breathe in. Exhale, release. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, dancers on the right. Drop your right elbow to meet your hip. Kick your right heel back and grab for the inside arch of your right foot. Bring your knees to touch. Root down through your left foot. Inhale. Exhale, dancer's pose. Begin to gently kick your foot back into your hand and your hand back into your foot. Keep your chest lifted and proud. And point your right hip down to square off your hips. Think of a sloping action through the crown of your head all the way to your right heel. Inhale. Exhale, release. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, dancers on the left. Bring your left elbow down. Kick your left heel back. Grab for the inside arch of your left foot. Root down through your right foot. Lift your kneecap off of your shin. Breathe in and exhale, dance. Tilt your left hip down. Slope through your back. Be proud through your chest. Breathe in. And release. Beautiful job. Samastitihi, hands come to heart center. You can pedal out your feet. Redistribute the weight evenly. Freedom to take a breath here. Close your eyes. Blink your eyes open. We've got one more balancing pose here. Tree pose on the right. Bring the sole of your right foot to your ankle, to your shin, or to your inner thigh. You may need to give yourself an assist with your hand. Wherever you choose, press it down and ground through your left leg, and then press your right heel into your left thigh, thigh back into your heel. If tree is already in your practice, freedom to lift your arms to the sky. Find some arm variation that suits you. And even try to gaze up. And this is where the balance really comes into play. Continue to breathe. Release your foot. Pedal out your feet once more. Hands come to heart center and come to stillness, samastitihi. Tree pose on the left. Root down through your right foot and bring the sole of your left foot to your heel, rather your ankle, your shin, or
your upper thigh. Avoid your knee. And once you've created a nice solid sturdy foundation, hands once more can come to heart center, or you can lift your arms to the sky or find some other arm variation. Continue your breathing. Find your drishti, your one non-moving point that you can focus on to help you maintain your balance. Press your foot into your thigh, thigh back into your foot. Last inhale, and exhale, release. Come on down, hands to heart center, pedal out your feet once more. Breathe in, mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. We move on. Inhale, your right leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Here's a change. Inhale, warrior one. Spin your back heel to 45 degrees, and you can separate your feet a little wider. Lift up and stack your shoulders over your hips once more. Now, in warrior one, you can bring your arms down for a second. Rotate your hips to square them to the front of your mat. Okay, once you're there, you may need to adjust your feet a little bit so you can separate your feet to a wider stance. You can shorten your stance. Find that sweet spot for you. And once you're there, reach your arms overhead. Press through the knife edge of your back leg, of your back foot rather, to activate through your entire back leg and knit your front ribs in. Inhale. Exhale, warrior two. Spin open, adjust your feet once more if you need. Find that 90-degree bend in your front knee. Inhale and exhale. Straighten your front leg. Inhale, tilt your hips back as you reach your front arm forward. Exhale, trikonasana, triangle pose. Tick-tock your arms, back arm reaches to the sky, front arm down toward the mat. You can use your shin as a little bit of a base here. Reach your fingers all the way to the mat if that feels better, but aim to square your hips, stack them on top of one another, and rotate your chest out to the side. Keep a little micro bend in your front knee to protect your knee. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, rise up, tee out your arms, and spin your front leg to 90 degrees. Parallel your feet. You should be facing the side of your mat. Arms stay extended. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, wide-legged forward fold. Hinge at your hips and fold over your waist. A few options here. You can sway from side to side. Help stretch out the side of your thigh. You can interlace your arms at your elbows. Or you can keep your hands planted and just let your head hang heavy. Whatever you choose, keep your weight into the balls of your feet here. Release your hands down to the mat underneath your shoulders. Inhale, halfway lift through your spine and lift all the way up. Tee out your arms. Exhale, warrior two to the front. Inhale. Exhale, high to low plank, chaturanga dandasana. Beautiful work. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, back, downward facing dog. Inhale, your left leg high. Exhale, low lunge, step through. Inhale, warrior one. Spin your back heel down reach up to the sky. So find your short, wide stance. Your feet may need to come out a little wider, or you may need to shorten up the distance between your front and back foot. The key, square your hips forward. Try to maintain that 90-degree bend in your front knee, but aim to stack your knee over your ankle rather than shooting for the 90 degrees. It's more important to stack your joints properly. Press down through the back knife edge of your back foot. Stack your shoulders over your hips and tuck your tailbone down. Inhale. Exhale, warrior two. Adjust your feet. Straighten your front leg. Inhale. Exhale, triangle pose, trikonasana. Tilt your hips back, reach, reach, reach forward, and tick-tock your arms. Micro bend through your front knee. Find a comfortable place for your hand. You can press into your shin, and as you press into your shin, that'll help you rotate your chest more open to the side. Find a comfortable gaze with your neck. That can mean you look up to the sky, to the side, to the ground. A few more breaths here. Inhale, come up, tee out your arms, and turn your front foot into parallel with your back foot. Inhale. Option for chest expansion on this side. Interlace your fingers behind you all the way to the webbing. Press your one fist down to the ground. Puff up your chest. Inhale. Exhale, wide-legged forward fold. Hinge at your hips and send your one fist over your head. Let this feel good. If at any point the chest expansion becomes too much, you can release your hands, interlace them below you, or just place them on the mat. Draw your weight into the balls of your feet. Inhale, reach up, halfway lift. Exhale, rise all the way to standing, arms come out to a T. Beautiful work. Inhale, exhale, warrior two to the front of your space. Inhale, exhale, high to low plank, chaturanga, dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful work, friends. We'll begin to cool things down. Inhale your right leg high. Exhale, half pigeon. Bring your knee up behind your right hand and bend through your leg. Depending where this feels good in your body, you can tuck your toe closer to your hips, bring it parallel with your knee. Take a glance over your right shoulder to ensure that you square off your hips. Remain lifted for a breath. Feel that beautiful stretch. And option here as you exhale to sleep your pigeon. Bring your elbows down to the mat. An option as well to lower your forehead down to stacked fists or all the way down to the mat. And continue to breathe. Press up. Send your front leg back. You can shake it out a little bit, lift to a down dog kick. And meet me back in downward facing dog when you're ready. Inhale your left leg high. Exhale, half pigeon on this side. Left knee comes to meet your left hand. And find that sweet spot where your ankle can rest gently. Take a glance over your left shoulder, ensure that you've got nice square hips. You can see your leg behind you. hold for a breath in a lifted position here. And option to sleep your pigeon as you exhale. This side of my body is definitely tighter than the other, so I can only come down so far, and that's okay. We're not built symmetrically as human beings, but we work towards balance. So give yourself the grace if you're not getting as much of a stretch on one side or the other, or if you're not able to hold a balance on one side or another. That's part of the practice. Some days we have it, some days we don't. Give yourself that grace, be patient, and just continue to cultivate that strength in yourself. Send your breath toward your hip. Rise up if you slept your pigeon. And bring your foot back to downward facing dog. Freedom to shake it out a little bit on the way there. Lift into a down dog kick. And meet me in stillness, downward facing dog. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, shift forward to high plank. And lower all the way down to your belly, nice and slow. We'll do some belly down spine strengthening. Cobra pose, bhujangasana. Hands come just directly beneath your shoulders. Press the tops of your feet into the mat. Lift your thighs away. Inhale, raise your chest, your head, maybe your hands away from the mat. Peel up like a fruit roll up. Peeling up and away from the mat. Gaze down to keep a nice straight spine. Breathe in once more, lift a little higher. Exhale, belly down Shavasana. Bring your left cheek to the mat, gaze right. And just let everything soften here. Let your feet flop out to the side. Relax through your back and your glutes and your arms. Let everything soften for a few breaths. Return your chin to center. Option for a second set of cobra pose, or we'll go into bow pose. Kick your feet back to your glutes, grab for your ankles or the tops of your feet. Keep your knees close together but not touching. You want to keep them around hip distance. And on your inhale, lift everything away. Press your feet into your hands back into your feet. Lift through your chest. Breathe in and lift. One more big breath in. And exhale, release. Bring your right cheek down to the mat, gaze left. Belly down Shavasana. Soften through your entire body. Let everything disengage. Feel your strong heartbeat into the mat. Bring your chin back to center. Hands come under your shoulders. Press up. And come to stand on your knees for camel pose, Ustrasana. So you can keep your toes tucked for this, or tops of feet flat onto the mat. Hands come behind your back, point your fingers down. Keep your hips over your knees, reach your chest up and back, back bend. Camel pose. If you have the extension in your neck, you can let your head fall back. Otherwise, keep your chin tucked. Think double chin. An option, if you've got the extension, to even reach for your ankles. Find your deepest expression here for a few more breaths. Breathe in and exhale out. One more deep inhale and breathe out. Support your back by bringing your hands to your low back as you very slowly come to rise. Bring your head up last. Sit your hips back onto your heels. Palms come to your thighs. And just settle. A few deep breaths here. Freedom to close your eyes. An option also to turn your palms upward to receive energy. Camel pose is a very big heart opener, so we take this extra time to allow our heart rate to return back to a steadier neutral. Blink your eyes open and just roll your hip to one side, bring your legs out in front of you, and come to your back for bridge pose. So bring your feet directly under your knees. Arms are long at your sides. Plant your palms down. Inhale, lift your hips, middle back, upper back, away from the mat. Press your shins forward to help elevate through your hips. Squeeze your glutes to strengthen through your core. An option here to interlace your hands underneath you, tuck your shoulders beneath your heart, and that'll help you lift even more for a chest expansion. Chase your chin with your chest. One more deep breath in, and slowly release, exhale. One vertebrae at a time comes back down to the mat. Beautiful. Recline bound angle pose. Soles of your feet come to touch. Set your knees out wide to the edges of your mat. One hand can come to your heart, the other comes to your belly. And breathe deep. Feel the gentle rise of your belly as you breathe in, and the fall as you exhale out. Close your eyes. Close your knees like you're closing a book, and roll up to a seat for seated forward fold. Bring your legs out in front of you, stretch them long, point your toes to the ceiling. Get the fleshy stuff out from underneath you, and make a capital L shape with your body. Might feel a little uncomfortable, but reach up as you inhale. And exhale, reach forward and down. Grab for your ankles, your heels, whatever is accessible. And think more about breathing into your low back here. You will feel this through your hamstrings. You can keep your legs bent ever so slightly to really release through your low back. Breathe in to lengthen, and exhale to extend further. Can drop your head down, relax for a few breaths here. Release, inhale, rise up, and exhale, come back to your back for happy baby pose. So knees come into your chest, separate your knees wide, and grab for either the inside or outside of your feet, or your shins or your thighs, whatever is accessible for you. And separate your knees out to the side of your body and press your tailbone into the mat. Option to keep this as a static pose and stay still, or you can rock your baby from side to side if that feels good on your back and your sacrum. Bring your knees back into your chest, hug in. Hug your right knee in a little tighter and release your left leg long in front of you on the mat. Wrap your right knee around your side ribs, pull it in, And on your exhale, draw your right knee across your body for supine twist. Let your right arm fall to the side, either extended straight out or cactused. Draw your gaze to the right. Work to keep both shoulders on the ground and continue to breathe. Bring everything back to center. Hug both knees into your chest. Give yourself a squeeze. Hold on to your left knee. Release your right leg long in front of you and wrap your left knee around your left ribs. Pull it in tight as you inhale. And on your exhale, draw your left knee across your body. Gaze to the left, cactus your left arm or extend it straight. And breathe. Work to keep both shoulders grounded. Release everything back to center. Hug your knees in tight. This time, wrap your forearms around your legs. Bring your forehead into your knees. Thank yourself for all the hard work you just did, all the strength you just built. Hug in tight once more. Breathe in. Exhale, final resting pose, Shavasana. Let everything relax. Arms go long, legs go long. Take up space. Close your eyes. And let everything settle. I will call you out when it's time. Gently begin to wiggle your fingers, your toes. Bring life back into your body. Begin to roll out your wrists, your ankles. Reach your arms up overhead. Stretch your feet and hands in opposite directions like a big morning stretch. Inhale. And on your exhale, bring your knees into your chest and roll to your favorite side for supported fetal position. Shavasana marks the end of our practice. Supported fetal position represents a new beginning where we can take what we've built on the mat in this last 60 minutes and take it with us. Keep your eyes closed. Begin to gently press up to a seated position and come to face my voice. Come to an easy seated pose with your legs crossed. Hands can come to heart center or your knees, wherever feels comfortable. Thank you for taking the time to work on your own strength from the inside out. Together we bring our thumbs to third eye center and we bow forward in gratitude. Namaste.